battery life, a camera, something you're allowed to go with her if you like. A camera, high-definition video, voice, right? And she wanted a small form factor. So let's see if we can actually hit all of these things, right? Moorestown is our second generation low-power device. Moorestown is effectively two chips, Lincroft and Langwell. Lincroft is a high-integrated CPU complex. It effectively has the CPU on 45 nanometers, the graphics, the video encode decode. So Janet, the high-definition video that you actually wanted to see, yeah, we will be able to do that. It's incorporated into Moorestown. She also wanted to have pictures, right? High-quality pictures. You'll notice in the chipset that's associated, it's got camera functions built in. It's got a 5-megapixel camera built in, so you'll be able to take high-quality pictures. We'll come back to voice in a second. And she wanted all-day battery. So all-day battery is effectively delivered through a number of innovations that we have put in place from a power management standpoint. Moorestown is a brand new architecture. We've taken many of the elements of Menlo, but we've improved on it. We've added aggressive power gating. There are aspects of the architecture we've also ripped out and changed to be able to get the power down substantially. So to be able to show you what we've effectively done, I'm going to use an animation here to help me along. So let's first start. What you see on the left-hand side is a Menlo motherboard. On the right-hand side is a Moorestown motherboard. And I'm going to put these through a couple of scenarios, right? Let's animate this and turn on the various aspects of the chips and power them up when we're going and browsing the internet. So if you're browsing the internet, this is what you can expect to see, right? The way to decode these pictures, when they're bright, it means they're actively consuming power. When they're not bright, they're not consuming power. So if you look at the Menlo platform, it's very bright. A lot of the blocks are bright. You look at the Moorestown platform, many of the blocks are bright, but they're not as bright as on the Menlo side. In fact, if you look at the power consumption on Moorestown, it's roughly a little less than half in comparison to Menlo. Now let's take a look at audio, right? That's something also that people would like to do. They'd like to be able to listen to music. So we look at audio here. In the audio environment, again, you can see the Menlo platform is quite brightly lit up. And the Moorestown platform is, again, lit up, but not as brightly. And you can see by the green bars, the power consumption on Moorestown relative to Menlo. Quite a big difference there in terms of power consumption in audio playback mode relative to the Menlo platform. Now, the next thing, in order to be able to get long battery life, is also lower idle power, right? Low idle power is extremely important. And when you actually combine low idle power with great performance, your average power gets better, right? Because the average power is the area under the curve. So actually having a great performing CPU, great performing chipset, and very low idle power actually gets you better battery life, right? So let's look at idle power here for a second from an animation standpoint. And again, you can see the Menlo platform gets lit up much more brightly. Moorestown platform is almost not lit up at all. And you can see the power consumption, again represented by the bar, very low power consumption on the Moorestown platform. Now, if we take this data and start to look at it from the standpoint of a graph and plot this on a graph, this is what you would kind of expect to see, right, on a graph, effectively. I'm showing you the standby power on Menlo relative to Moorestown. I'm showing you the video playback. I've substituted video instead of internet, right? So I'm showing you the video playback in 720p high-def video here, exactly what Janet requested. Audio playback, again you can see here, audio playback. I'm not showing you the exact numbers because we're not going public with those numbers, but we are showing you the scale of change in the number set so you can get a feel for what the capability here that the Moorestown platform brings to capability. Up to now, all of this is just power.